my God, it's been so long.
Yeah.
So just in case you forgot who we are, Elisa.
Mary.
And this is Chica
Chica
Dinks. We are now on episode 6.
Yes.
Holy moly. Wow,
Wow.
we've been here for a while.
Yeah.
And but you know, it's been a minute since we recorded a podcast. So what you been up to, girl?
I mean, all of February, I feel like I was not here because Jake and I went to Hawaii.
Yes.
Kauai, I think I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Kauai. And then like a week and a half after we came back, I went to San Diego for family stuff and also to see my grandma, who's 103, by the way.
Shout out grandma.
103 and 4 months.
What did you say was the secret to living long?
She says she prays every night and she's always around family. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all she said. Oh, but I think she lives so long is because her diet consists of sinigang and fish and soups. That's like,
I see.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Very-
I got one thing right, sinigang.
Yeah.
Fish. I mean, if it's sushi,
Yeah.
I do love soups.
Yeah.
I mean, I just made kimchi jjigae for dinner,
Yeah, that's true.
so that's valid.
But also, I think where she lives,
California.
San Diego.
She got a lot of sun out there.
I mean, she doesn't go out much, but we have family there, and the weather is always mild. It's never
Yeah.
too cold, and it's never too hot.
I know.
So
I would say that's like one of the things
I
I
think
love
that's
about San
big.
Diego. It's just like
that's a big thing.
perfect weather
Mhm.
at all times.
Yeah, and before, like up until I think when she turned 100, she was going out with my tita a lot.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot, but they would go to church every Sunday. They sometimes go out to eat still.
Yeah.
I think just in the last year, she just it was going out less, but also so that she doesn't get sick.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah.
exposure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and she's been well taken care of by my tita baby.
Shout out Tita Baby. You're doing
Yeah.
such a good job.
And everyone else, too.
This is the other Tita Baby now. We're
Yeah.
continuing the tradition of Filipinos being called Tita Baby. At least one in your generation needs to be a Tita Baby, and we've dubbed Mary
Yeah.
as this generation's Tita Baby.
Yeah,
as you know.
Yeah.
And actually, we've kind of revamped her persona.
Mm-hmm.
She's Tita Bay.
Oh, yeah. Well, they call Tita Baby Tita Bay.
Oh, Bay,
So,
but you Bay.
Bay, right?
Yeah,
Bay.
you're Tita Bay.
Like Beyonce.
Beyonce. Tita Beyonce.
Thanks.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
Beyonce being a tita?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
Girl, that's you right there.
Kidding.
Yeah, okay. That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, that's what I did in February. And February is shorter, right? It's a shorter month. So
Yeah.
it went by so fast.
How many days?
28.
Nice. Anyway,
So yeah, what did you do? How was your February?
February was a blur. We did have a market for our crochet market
Yeah,
for our
that's
crochet
what I
business. You weren't
missed.
here for that
Yeah.
time, but we did really well.
Mm-hmm.
It was like for Pokemon Day, and I'm not really like a big Pokemon fan, but honestly, my respect for Pokemon fans.
Yeah.
It was such a cool, like it was such a small event for this place, Neon Momo, but the people that were there, it was so many generations. You know, you got people that are like our age, like millennials, and then all the way down to like little kids, like us having
Like their
basically
kids,
us having
millennials'
kids,
Yeah.
and then exposing them to Pokemon. I mean, so it's like young, old, teens,
Mm-hmm.
anyone, you know, anyone that's there like was just enjoying trading Pokemon cards, and we were selling our crochet plushies over there. And so many of them were so ready to just drop
A lot of
serious
money.
coin on there, you know?
Yeah.
And so, hey, shout out to everyone. You guys are great. And keep those commission requests coming.
Oh, yeah.
We need to fund that.
When is that? Is that happening again soonish or no?
No, I think this is, I
They were
mean,
just testing it, maybe?
for them,
Yeah.
probably. They did invite us to one previous one before, but we didn't get to go for that one. So
Mm.
I'm glad that Momo invited us again a second time for Pokemon Day. And yeah, we just cranked out a whole bunch of like Pokemon plushies,
Mm-hmm.
and so many people loved and appreciated them. So we are extremely grateful that people liked our stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not really there for popularity or to make this like our sole like income, like source of income.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just nice that we get to enjoy our hobby, and then none of this gets stacked up in this house. We get to
Yeah.
sell them to people, and then people enjoy them and appreciate them. You guys buy them too, so I'm
Yeah.
really thankful for that.
You have some really cute ones I saw.
Yeah, and we're still making more. So,
Mm-hmm.
other than that,
Went by fast.
went by fast. I've just been really preoccupied with
Oh, your game.
my games right now. See, this is the thing about being dinks when you don't have kids. Like, you kind of are a kid yourself.
Yeah.
You're out traveling, enjoying your time,
Yeah.
and then I'm at home playing
Mhm.
Stardew Valley, and that most recent Pokemon game just came out. It's called Pokopia.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it just came out, so it's like,
Oh, that's the one you got recently?
yeah.
Nice.
By the way, I didn't get it. Okay, my brother got it for me. I wasn't even. I was like
Aw.
telling him that I'm not even planning on getting it until like way later.
Yeah.
And then, out of nowhere, I just get like Apple Pay sent to me, $70,
Mm-hmm.
and he just says Pokopia now.
Oh, okay.
So thanks, brother, for funding yet another one of my hyper fixations. Shout out, Ernest. But yeah, I mean that's what we've been up to.
Mm-hmm.
Did
It was also Valentine's, right?
you do
like,
anything for
hearts.
Valentine's?
I mean, we were in Kauai.
Yeah.
And we went out to dinner.
Oh, yeah, that's
And,
right.
Yeah, we went out to dinner and just enjoyed.
What did you
our-
eat?
Jake got a what's that? The fancy type of like fish, the ceviche.
Ooh,
He got
I
like
love
a ceviche thing,
Yeah.
and then I think if I remember correctly, I got little steak bites.
You love a good steak bite.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also it's like small.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You like it because it's
Yeah,
small. Anything
yeah.
that's like bite size,
Oh, I do love this. Yeah,
Mary will get it.
Yeah, same with like candies that are bite sized.
Basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, obviously you order a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But if there's anything that I know about Mary, if she's unsure and there's quesadilla on the menu,
Yeah.
if she don't know what she's ordering, the safe order for Mary will be a quesadilla or a steak bite.
Yeah. Or a slider.
Oh, yeah,
That
a
was
slider.
another
So
one.
those are her go-tos.
I love those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other one, a slider.
See, there you go.
And then spinach artichoke dip, if I remember correctly. But yeah, and so it was just at a not at the hotel we were staying at, but we drove to this place that's supposed to have like a view of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like while you're eating, but we got there kind of late, so it was like just pitch black. But it's fine.
Did
They
you
had-
see Bretman Rock at all? Cause
No.
if I ever get my ass
No.
to Hawaii,
didn't.
that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go look
know-
for that baddie, Bretman Rock.
Did
In my head, we're gonna be best friends, but
Did you say he lives in Kauai?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
forget.
Oahu, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm not really sure, but he can't be too far. He's in
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah. They all are a little
How small are these islands?
boat ride
Just kidding.
away. I
Yeah.
think. I think Kauai was the one that looked like reminded me more of the Philippines.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, also because there's a lot of Filipinos there. So,
Obviously. It's like I feel like we're everywhere. Like wherever you see
and it feels
a
more at
Filipino,
home.
there's gonna be way more
Mm-hmm.
eventually. Like here in Oregon, remember when it was just us?
Yeah, there was like nobody.
There was no other Filipinos
Just
here
our
except for like
families.
5, 6 people, other than our family.
Us and our families. That's about
I
it.
remember like seeing John for the first time in Westview.
Yeah,
We're like
Filipino.
Filipino. We must
Yeah,
be
that's why I
friends.
got excited. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you're Filipino.
How did you know?
Let's
How
be
did you know that I
friends.
was Filipino? Or how did you get the feeling? I didn't
don't
have an
know.
accent.
I don't know. Maybe it's something you said about like the Philippines.
Maybe I said something about close the lights.
No,
Oh.
no, I actually don't remember. I think
You just had like a.
I think
a
I just had a
feeling.
feeling.
And you were right.
Yeah,
And the rest
because I
is
asked
history.
you, right? I was like, "Are you Filipino?"
Yeah. Hi. That was you. Hi.
That sounds
My
like
name is Mary.
that sounds like an anime.
Are you Filipina? Yeah. That's you. Yeah. Ooh, woo.
No,
No?
not that.
No, okay, she didn't do that. It was more like, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very upbeat, like, hi. I'm telling you, like, I am the kind of friend that you just find. I've never made friends
Yeah.
because I went up to a person
Yeah.
to be like, hey,
I
wanna be
never
friends?
remember that's what I said
I'm always adopted.
every time, or in our first podcast, we
Yeah.
talked about how I actually never did that. That's the first time I've done that.
Wow.
So you brought something out of me because I never had done that prior. Also,
Yeah.
I was very desperate to have a friend because I didn't really have friends
Yeah.
before you. I mean, I did, but they weren't. I mean,
Say it.
no. I mean,
Nothing compares.
I couldn't relate to them.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm gonna try hard to like keep a friend, make a friend.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's like your New Year's goal
yeah,
or something.
yeah. I'm gonna put myself out or put
Love
myself
that.
outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
That doesn't make
But
sense.
out there.
Put myself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to our topic today.
That's true.
Which
I
is a
forgot.
really great segue, actually.
I forgot.
This topic is
Yes.
one for
What
the
is it?
ladies.
Yes, because it was.
It was just the International Women's
Women's
Day,
Day.
like just this past weekend.
on the 8th. Yeah.
On the 8th. Today's the 10th. We're recording the 10th.
Yeah.
And, we were just like, why don't we just talk about being a woman?
Yeah. Yeah.
What we love about being
Uh-huh.
women. We're late, but
Mm-hmm.
oh well,
Yeah.
appreciating women and womanhood
Mm-hmm.
will never be out of fashion.
Mm-mm.
Will never be late.
Mm-mm.
It will always be timely.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so yeah, this is just a topic that we want to talk about. It's just like being a
Mhm.
woman, girlhood, all that stuff. I mean, this is great. Like the fact that
Good
you
segue.
were out there, you're like, okay, I want to be a friend
Mm-hmm.
this time around, and you ended up doing that. You ended up
Yeah.
finding your girls
Mhm.
for life, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I met Cindy already at the
Yeah,
time.
you met her before
Yeah.
me.
Met her and we met in choir.
Nerds.
In English class, I
Yeah.
believe.
We
Choir
met
and-
in anatomy class.
Yeah. A&P. So
yeah.
I did have friends. That's right. I did have friends, but I just wanted to like collect more and just
Yeah.
like get out there more. And also Cindy was also very reserved, right?
Yeah. Because
I
we were in a
did-
new school. I
Yeah.
think, like, even for me, I was really
Yeah.
into the idea, like, everyone's new.
Yep. It
So
felt like,
I was more open to getting to know people.
Yeah,
I was
same.
very excited. So I'm glad that you,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you came up to me. I've been, like, just aimlessly walking around the halls trying to be friends with people.
I was too.
No, I don't know if I told you for real.
Mm.
I was just jumping from like friends to friends or whatever in Liberty High School. And I feel like they think I'm like annoying because I just keep coming back and like with
You're just
no.
like trying it out.
Yeah,
You're
I
like
was.
friend hopping?
Yeah, I was friend hopping and I wasn't really even included. I wasn't even really included. Like there
Yeah.
was this couple girls that I was following around just
Mm.
because they were Asian and I thought like they were cool,
Mm-hmm.
and they barely really even talked to me.
Were they?
Huh? I know who they are. I'm not gonna
Okay.
tell
Oh,
it
okay.
here, but
Yeah.
they barely really even talked to me.
Yeah.
But I just like hopped on the conversation as if like
Yeah.
I'm part of it.
Okay.
But like eventually it got really tiring, as you know, like yeah.
Yeah.
And I started just like hanging out by myself again. Wah, wah.
Well, I think also like we clicked right away.
Yeah.
Same with Cindy.
Because it was just like you were Filipino. So
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, like there was something shared there, and it was more of like to begin with, it was
Yeah.
us being Filipinos, and
Yeah.
you were very interested in like my background coming from
Mm-hmm.
the Philippines and then moving here, all that stuff, and like you not having like a Filipino friend other
Yeah.
than like your cousins.
So
But
yeah, that is the start of our
our
female friendship.
yeah.
But what is I think we could probably go into more of like what is so good about being a woman.
I mean, there's so many things, but for me, I feel like one of the best things is this female friendships
Mm-hmm.
is just like such a big part. The way that we can all be very vulnerable and open, kind of like what we were discussing before,
Mm-hmm.
and just the way that we can all collectively meet each other, and like okay, like if you are ever in a club back in the day, you go
yeah.
in, you're going with your girls to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then somebody goes, oh my god, I love your outfit, and I'm like, oh my
Uh-huh.
god, I love your outfit, and then
oh,
like
you have something in your hand.
yeah, and now everybody's like doing that, and then next thing you know, everybody's giving each other life advice, like, oh
Yep.
my god, I'm talking to this boy, and da 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 da, he said, should I text him back? And now everyone is there together. We don't even know each other, but we're
Yeah.
immediately there for each other.
Yep. That's true.
That's how we all gravitate towards one
Mhm.
another, just being a
Mhm.
woman like that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that about
Yeah.
us.
Yes, that is true. That is something that's very, I feel, innate. Like when we all get together in like big groups.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I was thinking of about being a woman. Oh, I do like also how we can give each other like in our friendships, in our group, like group therapy sessions.
Yeah.
Like that's very needed. Also therapy, but also with your friends to like work through things. And what's that thing you say? Like beating a dead horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot the saying. What is it?
Yeah, like we keep beating a dead horse or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
But,
we love doing
Yeah.
that.
But we all understand that sometimes we just need to vent. Like you don't need to fix it or fix the problem, just like venting about whatever.
Yes.
So that is also very good about
Exactly.
women.
Yeah.
Um
And we don't tire of it.
yeah.
We can go back to the same topic over and over. And it's like, girl, if we need to reprocess that,
Yep.
let's go.
Yep.
I feel like, okay, there's a lot of pressure with women within the society. We already know about like the things that we all go through as women, or, women like, like even trans women, I mean, theirs is probably greater, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying like all collectively as women, women presenting, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we all go through so many, like hurdles already in life. But the one thing that I love is that we do make time for the good in life.
Yeah.
Even though we have all these things that we have to worry about, like misogyny,
Yeah.
right? The government being
Yeah.
against us and our medical
Being scared to
care,
walk
being scared to
around.
walk alone
Yeah.
around there on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have like medical stuff, like that only women go through, menopause, pregnancy,
Cramping.
like the menstruation every month.
Yeah.
We all go through so many things, and yet like we all find ways to have joy in our lives.
Yeah.
No matter what that entails.
Yep.
Why is it that at the end of the day, like there's something that they call like the male loneliness epidemic
Yep.
versus like women, we don't really have that much of an issue.
No.
I mean, of course we're generalizing. Not everyone
Majority,
experiences this, but a lot of women do. A lot
Yeah.
of women can find that. And I really want that for every woman out there.
Yeah.
I think we deserve it.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered.
Yeah.
Remember that one time we were outside of Starbucks
Okay.
and there was this young girl that was like, how do you
Ah,
make friends?
How do you make friends?
Yeah. And she was asking like kind of like how did we
Yeah.
make friends? And I remember, what did we say? Like, well, we met through the school.
yeah.
And how I think we talked about how, because she was asking, what do you guys talk about? And I'm like, well, she was also young
Yeah.
too. And I think what happens when you get older, like in your 30s and 40s, is you kind of find this part of womanhood, which is the camaraderie. You find that you find your way of like connecting with other women, because
Yeah.
when you're 20s you're trying to find yourself first. But I think that's one of the things I realized when she asked us about that, where I was like, oh, like finally I'm here with what now people call womanhood.
Yeah.
And like female friendships, because we can talk about anything and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like a mutual disclosure where I can tell you things and share things that are vulnerable, and you
Yeah.
can share with me too, and then we can like dive into it or not and just like talk about it and vent. But that reminds me too of like, that is the beauty of this, like what we have.
Yeah.
And what a lot of women have, from what I gather now.
Yeah. Female friendships, definitely for sure. I feel like most of when people talk about community, when people talk about being in part of a village, it's almost always a village of women holding that village up, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Right?
They have all those different roles that everyone plays.
Everyone plays, and everyone helps each other out. They all talk about like, oh, how men provide and they all work, whatever, but that's just one part of it. Who manages everything in
the
that?
day-to-day,
The day-to-day.
planning,
Who manages like where all this money comes from?
Yep.
Who manages like the community outreach, connections with people, planning birthdays, parties, all that stuff. It's mostly women. And when someone needs something like to watch their kids or to take some of the kids out for ice cream or things like that, whatever, somebody needs to babysit, it's always another woman. Right? So for the most part, that's what it means being a woman, being part of a village, being part of a community. That's what we do.
Yep.
Right.
And also, I think that's why I survived COVID.
Yeah.
Is because of all the stuff that, you had a lot of good ideas on how to like still connect, even though we couldn't see each other physically. So, you did the,
we had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, the PowerPoints, like
PowerPoint
in the garage,
night.
Or the
PowerPoint night.
The
oh my God,
FaceTime stuff.
We did the FaceTime stuff. For Cindy's birthday, we did the movie night in the backyard.
Yeah.
We set up like a bunch of, like we all had our different pods.
Oh, that was so.
We had blankets on the grass, whatever,
Yeah.
and we brought out the TV outside and we watched Mulan.
Yeah.
And we had like a little table for concessions.
Yeah, and the thing is, because we
Would
did
men
that.
plan that?
Well, yeah, because we did that,
Yeah.
our husbands also benefited from a lot of
Yeah,
that
and
stuff.
look at that. Things that we bring to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
and
was
other things to me
survival.
that is just like simple but impactful. Like I feel like women have more avenues for self-expression.
Yes.
Yep. And I mean, not to say that it makes
Like
us
it's
better
more
than men, but I
it's
do
more
wish that
accepted.
men do this too. But I feel like it is more accepted for women to just be out there, like, fashion, makeup,
Yeah.
with our hair,
Oh, yeah.
long, short, whatever you want to do. And I
Yeah.
mean, I see even men, some of the men trying to be more open about
Yeah.
it, even like expression with like their nails and things like that. And I
Harry
want more of
Styles.
that. Yeah,
Harry
I
Styles.
want more of that actually.
Yeah.
Some of my cousins, like Ben and Ben, like they really try to step outside of that male centric like box,
Yeah.
So they try to like show their feminine side as well, and
Mm-hmm.
all the more reason, like go off, like just do that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we need that, with the expression, and women get to kind of lead that, play around with that more. The other thing that I was mentioning with like vulnerability, like only women would have like vent sessions where it
Yeah.
turns from like a vent session,
Mm-hmm.
and then next thing you know, it's like something silly, someone does something stupid, and then you guys laugh about it for a
Yeah.
good while,
And then go back.
and then you go back again, keep beating that dead horse, and then you go eat because you're like, okay, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you start talking about something like really nostalgic, or then you start crying because you
Yeah.
tapped on something like real. You start doing therapy session.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, it's already been like 10 hours later,
Yeah.
and
It's
you
like
guys are
4
still
o'clock.
hanging out.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I love that.
No, that's really.
We never run out of things to say. And, it's
That's the
so
best.
detailed. It's so
Yeah.
colorful. You send a man to like find out like a story, not even like gossip. Just story about
like,
one of
no.
their friends. They come by and like, yeah, so and so broke up. Okay, and what
Like,
happened?
Nothing.
Why did they
Yeah.
do that? And they're like, I don't know, that's just what it is. So you mean
Mhm.
to say you've been hanging out with your boys for like 5 hours, you didn't even get to ask them any questions whatsoever? I will never understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I need substance in some of the interactions we have.
Yeah.
More substance, but also I don't know, like I think it is hard, I'm sure, because it was like ingrained into women to always think about people in the room and make sure, like, to empathize and do these things, or to like share stories or listen. Like,
Yeah.
it's always been a thing that women have been expected to do. So you think it's innate, but I think it's also because of how society and how our parents also raised
Sure.
us.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I mean, that is the good thing about women, but we could also share that with future generation of men, because like you said, the loneliness of men, right, is like a epidemic.
That's what they call it. Pandemic.
Pandemic.
You might as well. It's like the plague, the
But-
bubonic plague of men.
So, I mean, that's why I think that in itself tells you why being a woman is good, is because we have that a lot of majority of men don't have. So
Yeah, and like you were saying, it might not always be innate. It might just because we were built with empathy because we were taught to be that way. We were taught to scan the room before anyone else.
watch what you say.
Watch what you say.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like measure everybody's moods,
Yeah.
and then like
Don't rock the boat.
don't rock the boat. Fit yourself among that.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, yeah, of course, those are the downsides. We can talk about all the downsides of
Yeah.
being a woman as well. There's so many. Like, it's not just always good.
It
But
built resilience for us, though.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
like, despite all of that, even if we were taught to scan the room,
Mm-hmm.
when you are with women that you feel comfortable with, and I hope every woman out there gets to find that, you don't feel that need to perform. You are just somehow over time you learn to turn that volume down. I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to be completely off. But the thing is, when you're with women who are like you, then you don't always have to have that up high. Like
Yeah.
I said, like the volume up high, because you
Mhm.
can just keep it at a low volume,
Yeah.
because they're also scanning for you as
Yeah.
well. So it's like you feel
You pay
held,
attention.
you feel met,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's a kind of safety that you feel
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're with like-minded people.
Yep.
Maybe not just always with women, but I just would say I've managed to find that mostly with women.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of the beauty of finding really good friends, finding people that are like chosen family. Again, I wish that for everyone. Not everyone has this 20-year run
Yeah.
friendship like we do. So we're very privileged in that aspect.
Yeah. But in like, I feel like in the last, 10 years,
Yeah.
that went into a more deeper type thing. So I guess in a way, it really doesn't matter how long your friendship is, as long as you like this, like you open up, you talk about things, and you're like supporting each other,
Yes.
and you share your vulnerability, really.
Vulnerability.
And like,
Really.
and I think, yeah, I think I've been lucky with that.
Yeah.
Because of the trust and the longevity that ended up happening. But it definitely sped up in the last like 10 years.
Yeah. I think the vulnerability thing is really the most important part. And for
Like, you don't
any
have to front.
for any of our listeners or like viewers out there that may be wondering, how do I make friends? How do I make long lasting friendships? And the key, I feel like, is vulnerability. And one thing I think I learned this from Brene Brown is that vulnerability doesn't mean you're telling everyone your life story. That is not vulnerability. When you're out there telling like, oh yeah, these are things I don't normally tell anyone, but it's still safe. It still feels like you're just saying it, like you're just telling a story. That's not vulnerability. Vulnerability shows when you're gonna say something that you fear you will be judged on, but you still say it anyway.
Yeah.
That is what real vulnerability
Yeah.
is. When you're holding on to something that you're scared of people knowing about you,
Yeah.
but you say
that
it
makes
anyway.
sense. Yeah.
That's real vulnerability.
It's not like, oh, TMI.
Yeah, it's not just the TMI.
Yeah.
It's not just the random like problems that like you've gone through, like things that you went through in the past with like your childhood. It's not always just that. It could be that, but it's the very thing that you're afraid of being judged for.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you say
That
out
makes
loud
sense. Yeah.
anyway. And anything I remember from what Brene Brown said, that like the people that you become vulnerable with, they join the ring with you. They are there with you for all of that.
Yeah.
And so you do have to pick. You shouldn't be vulnerable with just about anybody.
Right. Yeah.
And that comes over time. But when you do have people that you have some trust with, you expose more of that vulnerability.
Yeah.
So you drop little by little, and then you go full speed ahead.
Yeah. You like
just
test
open.
the water.
Yeah, just test the water a little bit, and then full speed ahead. Because that's really what it is. It's like showing that part of yourself that you hold on to dear. And if someone is receptive of that, they will see that you're allowing them.
Yeah.
It's you're also giving them permission to be open.
And then you don't run away from it.
You don't run away from it.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I'm like, in the beginning, when you're in your 20s, it's like you think you're sharing all this stuff.
Yeah.
But then it's like all surface level things. It's like the deeper stuff, the one that you feel like, oh, I would be judged if I shared this thing. But then when you get older, it's like, oh, now I feel safe. I feel like I could tell these things to you guys because I've done it already and I wasn't judged for it, or like you held my hand through it or whatever. And that's a beautiful thing to have such secured attachment. No, secured relationships with people.
It's just, secure attachment.
Yeah.
We're building that with each other in real time. I mean, like this podcast came about because Mary and I have had many conversations that are
So
so
many good
open like
ones.
this. Even before we recorded this, we were
Yeah.
already having such good conversations about what we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just the power of vulnerability. And I think ever since I learned the real meaning of that, I just felt like it was it really improved
Mm-hmm.
my relationships because
Like
I
with
yeah,
everyone.
because it becomes second nature to
Mm-hmm.
you when it comes to the people that you love. And I see it. I see what I'm building slowly.
Yeah.
When I'm showing that vulnerable side, it lets people see that they can be vulnerable around me
Yep.
too. And then when they do that, it deepens the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you feel there are certain things that you only show to the world.
Yeah.
But when someone sees that full part of you, it's freeing.
Yeah.
Feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too, I just was thinking is that aside from that, right, which is beautiful and deep and meaningful,
Sure.
then we have that other side, which is like we can be fools
Yeah.
and we can be so stupid and like silly um and just like laugh for hours about like silly things. So you get that too, which is I feel with women in general, like at my work or in other parts of my life, my family and cousins, like we have that also.
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder to get into the deeper stuff because that takes time and it takes like you said, vulnerability. But the even just like laughing out loud, cackling in like the
Yeah.
middle of the restaurant, like is so fun.
I know. I love that. Or like, what was I was saying? Like women, like we when we go on trips. Well, first of all, we plan trips
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Girl trips are amazing.
The Galentine's thing, we were just like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that,
Yeah.
bring that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, women have so many made up theme nights throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we just have so much more fun, you know? I
You
love
want-
this phase in our life now that we're all just doing, even like in our almost 40s, we're dabbling on like the little girl stuff that
Yep.
we're doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we couldn't really do that.
We couldn't
as
really do a
much.
lot. Well, first of all, we weren't allowed out of the house.
Yeah.
But now that we are,
We're finally doing.
yeah.
You know what we haven't done that we should do?
What, a sleepover?
A sleepover.
Oh my God, I would love another slumber party.
I feel like the only times we do those sleepovers if we go like somewhere.
Yeah,
Like
but now I
Vegas.
need my CPAP anyway. So if you're okay with that, let's go have
Yeah.
a sleepover. I'm
Yeah.
not ashamed of it. Yeah, I wear a CPAP. And I breathe better. And I sleep way better.
Yeah.
Okay?
Apparently, it's like the cool thing now. Amy Poehler was talking about
Yeah,
her CPAP.
yeah, everyone has it. Okay? Like, I can't sleep without it.
Yeah.
If I go one day without my CPAP, it's like a horrible day. I would rather skip a Vyvanse than skip
Then skip your
a
CPAP.
CPAP night.
How do you?
That's
okay.
a great segue, but
so,
yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say ask a little bit more about the CPAP.
Yeah.
Because like when we've had a sleepover before.
Yeah.
Or when we've slept in the same bed with I think it was Cindy's house
Yeah.
recently. How did?
Good question.
Because you sleep on your tummy.
Yes. I don't know. But it works. I can do it. I feel like, you know how like a cat, when they sleep, they kind of like curl up their
Oh,
arms like this?
So you're
They
above.
go like this?
You're above.
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
keep my head just
Oh.
a little bit.
Oh, so that creates a good seal too.
Yeah, so it creates a seal right here, but also there's space right here in the middle.
Didn't you say the thing was wrapped around your
Yes, one time though. Oh shit. Yeah, one time I woke up and the CPAP tube was wrapped around my neck, and I go, what's going on? Why can't I die?
neck? Oh my god, that's so
Oh my God.
cracked me up, man. But it doesn't sound like you do that anymore. You have your body created a system while you're sleeping. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. A women's body is amazing.
Amazing. It sometimes it wants to kill you, and sometimes you want to be on your stomach.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
you know. Oh my gosh, and like women also, I feel like we have more of freedom to be physically like open with each other.
Yeah.
If you think
That's
about
true.
it, like we could totally like hug and like
Yeah.
hold hands and like
Yeah.
I could
Minus
kiss
Cindy.
her.
Just kidding.
Yeah, minus Cindy because she'll never show physical affection unless she's drunk.
But that means that's her natural, like she would want that because her inhibitions are gone when
Yeah.
she's so naturally.
I'm also just waiting on Katrina to like cuddle me. I don't know. Or hold my hand.
yeah.
Katrina, I know you're gonna be watching this.
Let's
We need to change that.
Galentine's.
Yeah,
let's
you need to
start.
hold my hand or something.
Yeah.
Well, also, just like I just want to like say something about this. We might be talking about being a woman as far as like anatomy and stuff, but being a woman
Could mean
in this podcast also mean people
like female presenting.
female presenting.
Mm-hmm.
Just anyone. If you are identifying as a woman, you're part of
Yes.
this clan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
This is that kind of podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So don't you dare quote this and clip
Oh,
any of our
yeah.
videos to be
Yeah.
like, oh, look at them,
Not
look at them
gonna
talking
be-
about women just with the women.
Just
You
with
know,
the
no,
organs. No. Yeah.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
We're not that kind of podcast, okay? So just just know that
Yeah.
we're talking about everyone being a woman,
Yeah.
okay?
True.
Yeah. So I guess to conclude our conversation, kind of, is that I know we were talking about like what we love about being a woman, but I feel like we really dabbled on a lot more about women friendships.
Yep.
We wanted to do this topic for another time, and we will still. I think we want to
Yeah.
include our other friends to talk about this,
Oh,
but
yeah.
this
I
is
wanted
maybe
that.
just like one of our intros to women friendships. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that we kind of talked about that a little bit, and I hope this kind of sheds a little bit of light on what a secret to a 20-year friendship looks like for us.
Yeah.
It's not just like hanging out. And I think I was talking to Peyton about this one time too, is that not everyone is on the same level of friendship. Okay, so
True.
the type of friendship that me, Mary, Cindy, and even Katrina have, it's very high maintenance. We're not one of those people that is like, I'll see you in 2 months and everything is still the same.
Yeah.
No, we don't operate that way. We are very much like we invest in one another. We're always connecting with each other
Yeah.
because that's how we show our care and affection
Yeah.
for each other. So we're always checking in.
Right. And I think
And we always make it a point to see each other.
yeah. But
Yeah.
in some so I always find that our friendship is a lot different from my other friendships also because like I need it. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh my god, like I'd feel
Yes.
like like there's something missing."
Yeah.
And I mean, that could be triggered by, "Oh, I just want to laugh with you guys. I want to play freaking games
Yeah.
with you." I just be like it's just like I need that like downtime. I need cuz it's not always like we see each other and we talk so much depth in this.
Yeah.
But it's also just fun and laid back, and sometimes what was that one time I just came, you crocheted and we watched a movie?
Yeah, because I just needed someone to body double me.
Yeah, and I was like, so that in a sense, I don't know, you can still have like female friendships that are not like so like ours in a way where it's like we have both depth and we also have the superficial stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is a very unique thing.
Yeah.
Because like some people, I know a lot of people out there, a lot of women out there will have friendships for a specific reason.
That's
like
true.
mom friends,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
like Cindy has her mom friends.
Yeah.
So that's something else. Like for our friendship, which I do hope everybody gets something like this. It's that I get both, and that's why I think I don't feel like it's high maintenance because I need it. Like I want that, and it's not like a pressure to have to like, oh, I better check in or else,
Right. That's totally
Yeah.
different. But what I was actually going to say is that our friendship is high maintenance, low effort. Okay? So that's the winning combo
That is
in my
the one.
opinion. It's high maintenance in a way that
Yeah.
not because we fear that
Yeah.
oh, if I don't check in, they're gonna get mad at me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
what high maintenance for me
Yeah.
is. That my definition of high maintenance is I maintain this close friendship. The reason why I have these close friendships is because I maintain it
Right. Right.
by always keeping in touch, by always checking in,
Yeah.
by making an effort to see each other, by making an
Mm-hmm.
effort to know about someone else's life, and
Mm-hmm.
also making an effort to share mine.
Right.
That's the maintenance that I'm doing.
Yes.
The low effort part comes in when we're all together. It's that we don't always need to have an activity
Yeah.
planned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We can just sit on the couch
Mm-hmm.
and just talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can just, Mary will just ride her scooter when she used to ride during
Yeah.
the spring and summer. She'll just ride or like walk here
Yeah.
and sometimes unannounced, and the door will always be open for
Yeah.
her. It's very low effort.
It
I,
is.
Katrina will ask me to run errands with her,
Yeah.
and I love that. I love
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
taken on like with things like that. Or I would just go to Cindy's house
Yeah.
and she'll just be like cooking meals for her kids or whatever, and I'll just be watching TV or on my phone.
Yeah. I love
We
that.
don't actually have to be talking. We can just be there, having each other's like presence be around.
yes.
It's very low effort.
Yeah.
But
that's
when we
good.
need it, when we need the actual time, like we can still call on each other to do that. That's
Yeah.
part of it. It's that we built such a good relationship that now it's like a low effort
Low effort
thing,
yeah.
right?
It's
It doesn't
true.
always have to be on. It doesn't always have to be like a girls' night. It doesn't always have to be an activity. It doesn't always have to
Yeah.
be a trip where we see each
It's
other.
like low stress.
It's low stress.
Yeah.
We are just showing up
Yeah.
in sweats,
Yeah.
no bras sometimes.
Well, I do love that Cindy will do that.
Yeah.
She'll be like, she'll just like swing by real quick and then like
Yeah.
breathe
I love that about her.
and then
you
go
know?
home.
Yeah, and go home. We are, we're very, again, privileged. We always want to address it, but we're very privileged to be living within 5 minutes
I know.
from each other now. That we can just continue that low effort hang at all times. You know, I get it. Like, we still have some busy times. Mary be going on all her trips. And, like, we have, Cindy, Katrina, who are, like, mom friends. And
Yeah.
me, I go on my hermit phase. And I don't want to get out the house. Oh, my God. I haven't been out of the house since the market. That's, like, almost a week, girl.
Wow.
I haven't been out of the house.
Oh, yeah. Well, you went grocery shopping, right?
When?
I don't know.
I did not. I have not smelled the fresh air. I've smelled the fresh air when I pick up the delivery outside. In any case, I have
Yeah.
those phases too where I
Yeah.
just don't,
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure is like somebody will always touch on
Yeah.
like a message, like the group chat, be like, "Hey, what's up with everybody? Everybody's
Right.
quiet."
That's true.
Or you could be like Cindy, who her favorite choice is to look at everybody's locations, make sure we're all alive. And that's what I
Yeah.
love about her is that she's
That's
not
her
doing it
quirk.
to be like nosy. Maybe
Safe.
she is, but at the same time, I love that about her
Mm-hmm.
because, like, I swear to you, like, I was like a Mount Hood one time
Oh, yeah.
with like Yon and them, but like the internet was spotty. And she texted me and she's like, "Hey, it says that you've been here for like 2 hours now. Are you
Yeah.
okay?"
Yeah. She does
I am
that.
okay, which
Yeah.
was great. But then there was that one time that she checked in on us.
And we weren't okay.
And we were not okay. We were in the middle of nowhere. We got stranded, no
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's the beauty of it
Yeah.
because somebody's checking on you.
Yeah. So,
So in conclusion, women are just amazing.
yeah.
I love my female friendships.
Yay.
And my parting words is if you ever meet a girl who says that she doesn't have any friends, any female friends because she don't get along with them and she much rather get along with males, with men.
Yeah.
She would rather be friends with men because they're easier.
Mm.
Red flag. Get
Yeah.
away from a woman that says that. She not a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That's not good.
It's okay maybe to say that when you're younger, but now if if you're like almost 40 and you still
Yeah.
be saying you're still male centered like that,
It's no. It's
you're a
no.
problem. I'm immediately clocking you as a red flag.
Yeah. That's a good way
Yeah.
to end that. Oh, actually, I did have a quote.
Oh,
that I
okay, go
wanted-
ahead.
Well, I don't know if this has to do with female friendships,
Say it.
but in kind of relation to how we form female friendships, how we keep them, and what's the word? Like you take care of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The quote I have
Uh-huh.
is, "The price of community
Yes.
is inconvenience."
I said that.
You did?
Oh, I didn't say that to you. I
Oh.
said that to somebody
Someone.
else. Yes, it is. The
that
price.
came up. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, you guys, that's so important.
Oh, I remember who you said it to.
Yep.
Yes. That's
The price that you pay for community is inconvenience.
inconvenience.
Yes.
And I think we do that very well, women in
Yes.
general. And so hopefully to our male listeners and those who maybe are finding or wanting more female friendships, keep that in mind.
Yeah. Be willing to be inconvenienced once in a while. Although, have some good boundaries though.
Yes. Always.
But just, once in a while is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you should feel like there will be times that you might be inconvenienced because someone really needs you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, to be needed in that way you should see that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Because for someone to ask you, especially if that person doesn't normally ask, Cindy, if she asks you something, I'm taking the day off.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
I'm
all
willing
of
to be
us.
inconvenienced. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like, especially that one
Someone,
person,
yeah.
if you know a person that's choosing you to be asked, that means you are a chosen one. You're a trusted person.
Yes.
Take that as a compliment. See it that way. Instead of seeing it like, this is such an inconvenience for me, it's that I was asked
Yeah.
because I'm trusted, because I'm safe for them to be asked.
Yeah.
That's a good price to pay if you
I'll
see it
take
that
it.
way. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, thanks
Yay.
for listening to us babble for our sixth episode.
Sixth.
Yay.
Yay.
Tune in for our next one. I don't know when, but if
Yeah.
you're still here, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.